Hey guys, so this is a story about like how my boyfriend of 2 years broke up with me. And just to preface this video, yes, I'm making this. 2, I'm making this. 3, no hate to anybody involved. 4, I know it's different than what I usually do, but like deal with it. Okay, so this story dates back to like 1921. Yeah, that's like when it first starts. So I was at my house and like I was just like reading a book or something. Yeah, I was like reading some like old book for English, and I went to go to the store. And preface this time, let's call him Jay. Jay and I were already dating for like 2 months now, and things were like on a really good start. Like we were hanging out every day. I'd ride my bike to his house, we'd hang out. Not a lot of people like to see us together. That's just because it was the 20s and they didn't like to see women in the mood. So anyways, um however, like stuff starts getting really shady with Jay. um he's going out, not telling me. I'm like, boy, what are you doing? And he's always just like lying to me. And I end up like calling his sister and be like, what is this man doing? And she's like, he found something in your, what was it, in your dresser? And I'm like, girl, what? And then for the next like, I don't know, like 13 months. Yeah, like 13 months, like nothing really happened after that. We were like all good. We'd go spend time together. We'd go to the lollies, pick up some candy, whatnot, go sit down in the grass, do like really weird normal people things. It was just like your typical like little relationship. We were vibing, stuff like that, just enjoying our little time. Obviously, like it was a really invigorating moment for me because like obviously y'all know what happened in like 1921 with like the whole voting thing. And so I was feeling empowered. I mean, I don't, my boyfriend probably didn't like it. Yeah, I don't remember him like not saying he didn't like it, but like I was like okay with that because like at the time like many people like felt that way. So like I was like kind of used to it. So I was gonna like, my standards was like super low. But I did like at the time, like prior to this happening, um obviously y'all know about the whole like Great Depression and stuff like that. And so like it was really hard for me. I felt my family was just like kind of like losing hope. So as a way to like document like every single day that went by, I just wanted to like do something that would make an effort in the world, you know, like track my progress. Like I got through this one day. Let's make like a little capture the moment almost. Let's capture the moment that I went through this one day, and now we're on to the next day, and we're still fighting to like get through these days, even though it's a hard time. Because like even though I had a boyfriend, I was like kind of going through it, you know? So we didn't have much at the time. And one day, like before, it was like right when we got into our relationship, I decided like, hey, I'm gonna go to the what's it, Auntie Lou's? Yeah, Auntie Lou's antique shop, and I rode my bicycle there, and Auntie Lou was there, and she was like, hey, I know you and your family could really use this, and I don't make these offers very much, but you're such a beautiful girl. She told me how beautiful my hair was. She said, my husband, you, sorry guys. She said, sorry. I still remember the words. She said, your hair is the same color the fire my husband died in. Ever since that day, like I remember those words directly. Anyways, so she gave me this mason jar. It kind of looks like this. Like, ignore this like old coffee, but it almost looked like this. So wait, I'm gonna pause this video real quick. Hey guys, I'm back. So what I was saying, very similar to this. So she gives it to me, and I'm like, keep in mind, I didn't have a lot of stuff when I was growing up. It is like the most striking like thing that has come across my earth in a while. Like besides books, like this was like now my life. my life was dedicated to this one little jar that she gave me. And so I was like so appreciative. I ran back to my house and decided what I was going to do with it. And that day, I'm feeling empowered because of this jar. I was in the shower, and as I said, I was already brainstorming ideas at this point of like what to do like with my life to make an impact. And so I noticed that I was like, dang, my toenails are long. Like these are long. Like these are long johns. Like it fully looks like I have acrylics on. And at the time, acrylics were like for the kings and the queens, as we know. So this was like a wild thought. I was like, dang, I am so beautiful. I look like I have acrylics on. Because other girls my age, oh my God, their nails were like, they didn't even have nails. They didn't even have nails. Like, I was like considered hashtag blessed at the time. So because of this blessing, I felt bad. Like, I was like, why is it that I have long nails and none of these other girls do? And not to mention boys either. Like, they should be able to experience what I have, you know? And at the time, a lot of you may know about like the ivory poachings, and I was doing a lot of research on like zoos and stuff through my book readings. And ivory, what people use elephants' tusks for, is also found in your nails, fingernails and toenails. So that day I decided, I got my Peepaw's huge garden clippers. They're like these huge things, like this big, and I grabbed them and I decided to just start cutting my nails. And after that, I felt like really good. It was like, felt like a whole, like, I lost like a whole 10 pounds. And I was feeling really good. And I was like, you know what would be really cool? If I just like stuck these in a jar, my jar. So ever since that day, I started filling my little jar up with my toenails. And they came in all colors too. Like some days I'd have yellow, red, orange, green, blue. Like it gave me a sense of pride, like like something to look forward to, you know? Like what color is it gonna rot into today? So after I did that, as I said, fast forward like probably to like 23 months later, like from when I first started my relationship, because we'd already been dating for like almost 2 years at this point. This is whenever things got a little bit rocky. We had our first sleepover. Like, when I say sleepover, I mean like he came to stay with us for a little bit because he was having hard times at home. He wet the bed and his parents didn't want him there. They said he was a liability. So I was like, babe, come to our house. Like, we will take care of you. I've got you. And he really appreciates that. So we weren't allowed to stay in our same room together because, like, obviously I'm a girl, he was a boy. Like, what were we supposed to do? So evidently he slept on the couch. However, one day I was at work. I picked up a job at Aunt Lou's because she had been so kind to me. Later to find out, he went through my dresser. Now this is the dresser I kept my jar in, my special little jar that gave me a sense of happiness every single day. So he came to my work that day. He took my little sister's bike, which Luann was not happy about. I remember that day, her like days following, she screamed at me, don't let Jay ride my bike again. I was like, sissy, he's got a mind of his own. Anyways, he came to my work that day. He grabbed my jar, and I remember him walking in and just seeing me and dropping it on the ground. It went into a million little shards. And then I happened to be wearing open-toed shoes. and one of those pieces of glass punctured through my big toe. Sorry. I remember seeing that and thinking, these toenail growth, it's never going to be the same. I remember him telling me, you're a freak. Why would you put your toenails in this jar? I remember saying, I did it for you. I did it because of you. I was like, this is your Valentine's gift. He didn't like that. He was like, you're gruesome. You're disgusting. You're a woman. I remember being so sad. Why would he say these things? Like, people are so mean. Like, at this point, I'm done. Jay is the furthest thing from my mind. My top priority at this point is cleaning up the mess that he put onto me. So I gather up the nails, and ultimately I did the bravest thing I've ever done in my life. Though he broke up with me, ladies, we can still make comebacks. And this is part 2 of the story of how I made my own comeback. I gathered the nails and was able to start a foundation for kids without toenails, because after losing my big toenail forever, it changed me. We set up the foundation, quickly were able to donate 10,000 toenails to kids across the world, and we helped so many people. And one day, 20 years later, Jay comes up to me and he's really like, I want to thank you. And I'm like, why? You were the one who broke up with me. Like, what are you talking about? And he says, I want to thank you because my wife and I, we recently had a child like 3 years ago. I was like, congratulations. And he says, however, he had a boating accident. I'm like, that's horrible. I'm so sorry. He's like, he ended up losing his toenail. I was like, oh my. And then he continues and talks about how our charity was able to donate a toenail to his kid. And he was like, we changed his name to Safia because of you. He now goes by Safia because of me. And that is really impactful to me. And I remember that forever. Now guys, remember, you might be broken up with, but you can always still make a positive impact in this world. And that's something a lot of people forget about. So keep fighting, guys. Peace out.